أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We continue with our sessions. Whenever there's a gap, I always feel there's a discontinuity. So I have to align myself and yourself so we continue. What is the aim of these programs? I'll put it biologically. The aim of this program is metamorphosis. You know what is metamorphosis, right? Metamorphosis. What is metamorphosis? Who can try? Metamorphosis. Who knows the meaning of metamorphosis? You heard it for the first time or? Tell us, what is metamorphosis? Check. Try. Anyone have idea? Do you have idea? The stages of growth of any animal. You move from one stage, you change into another stage, until finally you become a complete. Or more specific, you are taught about insects. Egg, then what next? Larva, pupa, adult. That is for complete, right? Incomplete is egg, meat, then adult. Correct? So we as human beings, we have metamorphosis. Physically, we grow from those gametes, zygote, embryo, baby, child, right? Teenage, adolescence, correct? Until you become an adult. And finally, you go away from this earth. So as human beings even, we have not to change physically, we have to change emotionally, spiritually, mentally. There should be some kind of growth and changes. We have to progress. We have to move from where we are low into a perfect design which Allah wants us to achieve, perfection. So the aim of our life is to perfect ourselves, to move from animalistic behavior to angelic behavior. Human have two sides, animal side and angelic side. So how do we progress until we become a complete being? Now how do we progress? We get from the title of the Holy Prophet, As-Sadiq Al-Amin. Right? It's As-Sadiq, a lot of items. Al-Amin, a lot of items. And all these items are related to our habits. Akhlaq. And that's the reason we selected this surah Al-Hujurat, the chapter which teaches us several aspects of our social life. How do we interact with our fellow beings, our fellow human beings? And these human beings have hierarchy. Can be a leader in any position, can be a follower as well. The leaders we mentioned, the greatest leader, first Allah Himself, then prophets, comes parents, from leaders in our social life, can be a president, can be a teacher, can be an adult. Okay? By nature, all of us were leaders. We are leaders at any point. So we check verse number 1. Allah had commanded us, أطيعوا الله والرسول, right? وأولو الأمر منكم. How He said, don't raise your voice in front of the matters of Allah and Prophet. Second verse to verse number 5. This is a paragraph which we completed. Not raising your voice is a sign of faith, and not raising your voice is something very important if you know. And finally, the ethics of when you want to address the Prophet and about patience. So these are the things which we discussed in our previous sessions. Also, we had touched about rumors. How Quran addresses about rumors. And I think this is where we ended. Right? This was the verse, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما بجهالة فتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. When someone comes with any news, naba means news, any kind of information, and especially if that person who is bringing the information is fasiq. Fasiq means an open sinner. Open sin, someone who is committing sin open. Which kind of sin? Any sin. Any sin, even if it's small. Even if it is, example, if we know this person always lies. Always lying is a sin, or most of us take it lightly. So, such kind of person gives you information. Wait, Allah tells you, but by the end first, okay? Ask questions. Find out. Is it true or not true before you make judgment, conclusions, and passing it to next. And here I had dwelled a lot with example of social media. I spoke about forwards. You get and you forward. You get and you forward without checking the authenticity of that information. What harm? Let's say even if the information is true, will it cause any harm to the society? If yes, stop it. Clear? And this is where we ended. Any questions before I proceed? No. Okay? Right, now we proceed. Let's go to verse 7 and 8. Can you read for us loud? No, the name. In Arabic.
واعلموا أن فيكم رسول الله لو يطيعكم في كثير من الأمر لعنتم ولكن الله حبب إليكم الإيمان وزينه في قلوبكم وكره إليكم الكفر والفسوق والعصيان أولئك هم الراشدون.
Okay, so the verse starts with وَعْلَمُ. Allah addresses. وَعْلَمْ, you, my creation, know one thing. Know one thing. أَنَّا فِيكُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Amongst you, humans, there is a prophet. I've appointed someone. And someone is not angel, is not alien, is human like you. So, وَعْلَمُوا أَنَّ فِيكُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Amongst you, I've elevated person. And why did I elevate? Because of his status, because of his manners, the way how he has controlled himself, the way how he has moved and grow up himself to be my messenger. Now there's one problem. The problem is, you human beings, whenever I appoint a messenger and he addresses some issues, you have a lot of queries. You want, I'm a prophet, this is hard for me, can I do this way? So Allah is addressing now here. If Holy Prophet had to follow what you want, this religion will be very difficult. But Allah wants to make it standard to everyone. It should be easy for everyone, one standard across. Because if everyone wants their own way, rich people will want, no, it should be like this. These people have to obey us. Poor will say, no, they're oppressing us. A liar will say, no, I have to be allowed to lie a little bit to protect myself. So there will be various standards. That's what Allah is saying. Among you there's a prophet. And if this prophet was to obey and teach you things the way how you want, this religion would have been so difficult for you. Did you understand? So this Allah is showing us, even if you have PhD, as long as you're not having that spirituality, you will have certain desires which are not correct, which can be harmful to you, your family, your near one, and to the society in general. So they say, no, that surely the messenger of Allah is among you. Had he obeyed you on many occasions, then you would have been in great trouble now. But however now, Allah has endeared the faith to you. Allah wants you to have this kind of system. Faith. What is faith? What is faith? Yeah, love.
Faith is the belief that someone has something.
So it's a belief system. Faith is a belief system. And this belief system, Allah wants it to be common. Then, in this belief system, He's telling us, He has made it وَزَيَّنَا Zayn. And I've made this system for those who are open-minded, thoughtful, rational, very attractive. Very attractive. Where? In your hearts. Oh wow, it's amazing. There was a time in the beginning of Islam, Abu Sufyan with wife Hind, one day they were sitting, discussing. I think it was before or after the battle of Badr, arguments. Then Abu Sufyan replied, but you know what? Whatever he says, it makes sense. It's true. It's just when we follow him, it will make our system collapse. Because that system is so high. You have to understand one thing. Sometimes to understand our Quran and history is also better to know what was pre-Islamic era in all kind of civilization. Persian civilization, Roman civilization at that time. What was the system? They had a system of worshipping idols. System of worshipping idols. Let's just imagine. Please help me. Give me an answer. There was human being, and cannot reply. And still cannot be amazed. Idols. Those idols, they are being made, they are casting them using their own hands. You're casting something, so it means you're superior. You're making it. And something which you're making it and then you can help me. Doesn't even make sense. So these idols were source of income. People from different places were coming to their civilizations to trade, full of lies, deception. So Islam came with opposite. No lying, no deceiving people, no cheating. Be kind. How do you worship something which you are making it yourself? So it was made not to be attractive to the heart of those people who are truthful. So the verse continues, and he made it karaha, to hate, ilaykum kufr. Naturally, human inclination have love towards truth and hate towards falsehood. Kufr, falsehood. Then, fusuq is fast. Sins. How do you drink? How do you hit people? How do you stab people? So Allah has made natural inclination to our hearts and minds, lies and open sinning. And isyan. Isyan means to be disobedient. And Allah finishes, Ulaika humur rashidun. Those people who hate all this and they like belief, they are the rightly guided people. So verse number 1 till number 6. Allah has created a system. That system was wrote by the Prophet. The Prophet, when he teaches you, don't raise your voices. If you raise your voice, you will be destroyed. You know what? This prophet, you might say, no, this is a robot, can do everything. No, he's not a robot, he's a human being like you. So whatever he does, even you can do it. To an extent, even he got married. To an extent, even he got children. He was eating, he was in washroom. So why, human nature is like that, they like to have excuses. No, but you have learned religion, that's why you know all this. No, even you know it. Naturally it is there, hidden. You just have to activate it. Put soil, put fertilizer, put water, oxygen, it will grow. Clear with this verse? So what is the lesson here? Islam is not a hard religion. It's clear? Any human being can act upon it. To an extent, even the messenger was a prophet. To follow your desires is complicating matters. To want things the way how you want is complicated matters, to make things complex. And the complexity is the outcome which we see right now. Division, sectarianism, all those systems. Because everyone, no, I want they should pray this way. No, I want they should obey me this way. They want to follow their wishful desire. Solution, I always say, is Quran. And Quran will not enter into your heart. You need to open your heart. How do you open your hearts? At times, there are some doors are difficult to open. Some doors are difficult to open. Some doors are easy. The easiness of opening those doors of the heart and the difficulties depend on, number 1, your thoughts and belief. If your beliefs and thoughts are correct and positive, That door you can open it even by a blow if you open it. If your heart is harder, maybe you'll need a bulldozer to come and help you pull the door and open it so that Quran can enter. One of the key to soften your heart, practice it. I'm not telling you go and try it. Practice it. You will see the effect after 1 week only. Have a habit, 20 minutes only, before Fajr, alone. Sit down on the mattress. Start thinking. Start thinking towards connection to your Lord. It will come the day you will cry. Once you cry means the door is open. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.